Stand by, guys.
I'm trying. Oh, no, I was...
Stand by, guys.
Tell Hugh that Steve Jones said hi.
Broadcasting from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, this is TGD Today. And now please welcome Hero III,
HR3,
Al Cloyd,
Dr. Grind,
George Honeycutt,
The Godfather.
I want to welcome everybody to TGD Today. It's Tech Talk with Al Cloyd, except Al's not here. What's up with that, Hugh?
Man needs to learn to brush his teeth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That was a shot, dude.
Yeah. I broke
That
one.
wasn't nice.
No, I broke one too. It ain't fun.
I broke several.
It's not fun.
It's normally getting punched by my wife, but
I feel for him. I really do. I mean, that's pain.
Well,
it's just pain.
I want to welcome everybody to Tech Talk with Al Cloyd. Al had to have emergency tooth extraction this morning. And I'll tell you how bad it was, folks. He called me this morning, and he said, George, it broke later last night, and I have been up all night living off of moonshine to kill the pain. And I'm going to tell you, Al sounded as sober this morning as I've ever heard him. So that tells you a little bit that there was a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So, but we have a very, very special guest joining us today on Tech Talk with Al Cloyd, and that is the one and only from Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we got
Apache Junction.
Apache Junction. I'm sorry.
The
My
Sergeant
apologies.
Taggart himself, Lamont Man.
Welcome,
Yeah.
Lamont.
You can say Scottsdale if you want to right now.
Oh, well, that's true, too.
That's true.
Yeah.
I
Get
forgot
that
about
little hoity-toity part in.
Hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
it. That's
Yeah,
a scary
that's
thought,
another-
you being hoity-toity.
That's another $100 on each putter. Hoity-toity. Lamont, man, are you awake, buddy?
Oh, I'm awake. I was when the first call came in to remind me about it. I was talking to U.S. Open winner Steve Jones.
Jonesy.
Jones.
He was in the shop and getting some work done on his clubs. And when I came in, we started talking putters. Imagine that. And he wanted me to make sure I tell Hugh that Steve said hi.
Yep,
So there you go.
Jonesy's
Thank
a
you.
good dude. He's been he was good to me when I was a rookie out there. He gave me as much flack as anybody and taught me the ropes. So he's a good one.
Yeah, he's we'll see if we can. He's very particular about his putters, and he's
No kidding,
got
dude.
ideas that are just like kind of off the wall. And that's the fun part of what I do is you never know what every day is going to bring. So
You know, Steve, I remember him in major championships, and you know, if the cuts were like 2 under, 3 under, something like that, and you'd always see Steve being covered on air because he was right there at the top of the leaderboard, and he was always making a 20-footer from somewhere. You know, Steve can putt his ball. There's no doubt
Putting
about
with
it.
the old bullseye.
Yep,
I was going
exactly.
to say with that rascally old bullseye putter.
Yep,
Yep.
got his hand down around his ankles, and you know, he kind of putted like Alan Doyle hit a shot. So
Yeah, the funny part was, you know, Lamont, my rookie year, he gave me a lot of flack because, you know, we kind of
Yeah.
ran in some of the same circles. And I said, dude, how are you going to give me so much flack? He goes, well, you're a rookie. You're out here trying to steer it, and you're kind of hitting it all over the place. And I said, and this is from the man that just hit it out of bounds on number 18 at Harbor Town? And he goes, ooh, good one, kid, good one.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that's going to kind of roll with the punches.
Oh, he does. He's a phenomenal guy, and I'm glad to hear it. So, look here. We've been watching the stuff. I follow. You know me. We talk every now and then, but I follow everything you do. And you know, dude, you got to quit copying my putter. You're killing me. That one you posted on Facebook yesterday was absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. It was.
but hasn't the royalty check grown?
Oh
Hugh?
yeah. The royalty check is.
It's got to be huge now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
well, you know, Jordan and I are trying to get out there here in the next couple of months if I can get some things to slow down a little bit. So.
Yep. It'll be a good time when you get here.
I'll be coming back with pockets full of stuff. I can promise you, because I'm good at rummaging.
Yeah. I've seen your garage. I mean, you've got the perfect rummage garage.
He's a hoarder.
I could go to town in your
Lamont.
garage, dude.
He's a hoarder.
You could, and I was just going to tell you. Before we get into any more of these personal conversations, tell us what's going on and give us some new stuff and new ideas you got brewing out there, because I know how your head goes.
I was enjoying the personal stuff. Come on, dude.
Oh, let's see. Late last year, I brought out my very first answer style,
Yes.
MA66, and I never want. I didn't. It was one of those putters where I knew I needed to have something like that in my lineup, I guess, for lack of a better term. But I didn't want to be just the guy that started a putter company, and the first thing he does, he makes an answer putter because, that if he makes a good answer putter,
Right.
then he'll stay in business. And for me, it was different. I never wanted to. It was when I started. I didn't look at it as a business. I wanted to learn how to make putters. Then I wanted to learn how to do it right, and do the shaping, the milling, the grinds, the sand, everything about it. And eventually, I knew I would have to get around to the answer. And dude, when I did, the company I had mill them here in town, Lake Industries, they did a phenomenal job on my CNC head. It's just out of this world. And the feedback I'm getting from guys literally all over the world. I mean, I've Ireland, the UK, one in South America, one in Canada. They're getting them, and they're saying the same thing I did. The first one I put together for myself, I didn't want to jinx it because I rolled the first couple. I'm like, this is it.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's just been phenomenal. The way they've been received has been tremendous. The guys that are rolling them have been awesome. Went in for the hot list. Didn't make the hot list, but I got word from one of the guys that ran one of the groups that every pro in his group put my MA66s in the top 3 putters in the putter category.
Okay.
But he said, Lamont, that's not going to mean a lot because these are the guys that are that are judging it based on performance.
Right.
Because you're going to get the average consumer is going to come in, they're not going to recognize your brand. It'll be a challenge.
Right.
And he said, just know that the guys that do this for a living, he says, those are the guys that are liking your putters. So that was cool. It's
Right.
Well, hey, you got 2 wins this past summer by a young lady that's 16 years old, so that says
Yeah.
something right there for the product in itself.
she's awesome.
Oh, she's unreal, and it's just going to get better. But you sent me a new one back a few months ago, and been tinkering with it, and we're going to have a discussion about that at some other date because of weight issues and whatnot. But I have found the one I do want you to make me. So
Shoot.
I want the Brahma.
Really?
Yes.
All right.
I've been looking. That thing looks really, really good.
I've looked through the gallery though, and I don't even see my putter in the gallery.
Well, your putter is.
It was unique.
It's unique.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
Yep. I think I've made.
Let me give you the latest, Lamont.
Shoot.
I have been asked to join, and I have done so. Callaway staff.
Really?
And interestingly, of course, they just came out with the Works putters, and really good line of putters. They're really, really solid. However, I showed up to an event this last Saturday, and one of the participants in the event looked at me and goes, "Wow, there's the whole new bag of Callaway gear. Everything, all the Big Berthas, the Alphas, the XR irons, everything."
Yep.
And they're going, boy, they would have to absolutely shoot you to take this Lamont Man putter away, wouldn't they? I said, yeah. I said, yeah, you're not getting rid of my man.
No. And I mean, I've still, I've got my O2, or what is it, the 6266 you call
Yeah.
it, or what? And
Yep.
I can't get it out of the bag.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the fact that Al painted the shaft pink, it doesn't come out of the bag.
Yeah, I could have picked any one or more putters from Callaway and just had them given to me. And I just,
Yep.
I told them, I said, hey guys, I don't mind taking free product. I said, but the point is I'm just going to continue to putt with my Lamont Man. And again, the regional VP that ended up doing the deal, He goes, I got to look at this thing. He goes, you feel that solid about it? And I said, no, well, there's no doubt about it. And then case in point is the event that I played last week, Lamont, is, this 20 handicapper. You go out and you try to get a good round together once in a while. And played the Fazio course out at Barefoot. And it was 52 degrees. Wind was blowing up to 40 knots.
Oof.
And I had 21 putts.
Wow.
How about that?
He loves
Yeah,
it.
we'll take that round no matter what the weather is.
It
Holy
doesn't
cow.
matter. It doesn't matter. People are looking at me in that putter and they're going, holy crap, dude. You just line it up and let it go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, as a putter maker, you can't get better feedback than the guy that believes in his putter to that extent. I mean, that's incredible.
Well,
I can't thank you enough.
Well, no, thank you. And let's go back to Hugh's comments about some of the latest designs. I mean, you've had tour success, you've had junior success, you've got a lot of amateur success out there. We've got Timothy Gassel, who, of course, won your putter in a contest we had here at the Golf Director last year. And I hear that he's still doing great things with that. He's improved his game dramatically. And and, of course, Hugh won't get rid of it out of his bag. But tell us what's on the horizon for Man-Crafted putters.
It's kind of scary from my end of it. I mean, I right now I've probably got 25 customs going right now that are basically all, probably split a third of one of a kind, a third of something that I made before, and a third of, say, the CNC head that kind of shorten my stuff up. But I'm bringing out some new, with reference to the MA66, I've got new heads coming out. It'll be stainless steel or brass, along with my carbon steel heads. I got invited to go to an event in Tucson that's coming up on the Champions Tour to kind of share a little bit about what I've been doing.
Oh, that's great, dude.
And that to me, that's still trying to sink in that anybody would really care. I get to meet a lot of the Champions guys here at Hot Sticks. Hale Irwin's a regular customer, super nice guy.
Right.
And Tom Weisskopf came in. And it's being able to meet people that I've never met before, that 20 years ago they were these larger-than-life people.
Right.
And I think it's just it's a level of acceptance as a putter maker, I guess, has been great, and it's expanding. We another PGA Tour player put one in his bag. He doesn't play a lot of events, but he's actually one of the announcers on the Golf Channel.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He put one in his bag, I guess, about a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Loves it. I've heard stories of, from people that have played with him.
Yeah, I've heard the same stories, dude.
And
I spoke to him a couple weeks ago.
It's fun. We're growing. I'm just trying to. Right now, I'm at a point where I just have to, I guess, take care of business right now and go to the next level. I think the next stage is going to be where it's not going to be a one-man show anymore, because I'm almost to the point where I can't do everything.
Yeah,
right
I was wondering how you were, trying to knock all this down, and I noticed you've made some big changes to the website, and so that's, of course, Mancrafted, MANNKRAFTED.com, and you can see gallery, you can see current custom putters, you can get gear from the garage.
He's got
of all places.
And Garrett's still carrying his divot tool repair. You'd have thought Santa Claus walked in the door.
He was
and we
excited
gave
about
to
that,
him.
wasn't
You
he?
ain't kidding.
Yeah.
So,
I got an order the other day for 22 of them.
oh my Lord!
It's just like I think people don't understand that it's like I need to make a video of me making one of these divot tools.
I mean, it's
It's
got to cost you $100 to ship it. It's so darn heavy.
Yeah, well, I got lucky. This guy wants aluminum.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh, okay.
That's a gift. That's a gift right there.
Well, it has to be once a month that I get asked. I pull mine out, still use it every round, and I pull mine out, and they go, "What the hell is that?" And then you got to go through the whole explanation.
Oh, yeah.
Then I got to show them the keychain, and so I have to give them the whole story. So it is what it is.
To me, it's funny because every piece if you guys could see where they come from and see, each one, every single thing that says man-made on it has a little piece of me in it, because there's no mass production. I mean, for me, mass production is when I lock two pieces in the vise and mill them at the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's expanding it's like, I don't want to get too big to where I can't interact with the customers, but at some point you kind of have to make that decision. Okay, you're either going to grow or you're going to, in life, either you're growing or you're backing up.
Right.
And
well, it sounds like you're moving forward, dude.
I know, you know me. I mean, I'm 100% in and been in since day one. And, with Chris and now that you're out, doing your man crafted out there. And, to me, it's the best product out there. And as far as feel goes, and, Al's got some stuff around, his shop and in the building, now I'm at Possum Trot teaching too. So I'm over there all the time and hitting some of the competitor stuff compared to yours. It's just, to me, it's a joke. And that's just my own personal feeling. So
it's a different, it's night and day difference.
Yes.
I think it's just,
because it's the personal touch, Lamont. That's the thing. I mean,
Well, it is.
The other stuff is just like you said. It's mass produced, so therefore the weights are different. Nothing, the quality of the shafts, the way things are done, and you know as well as I do, and George knows this too. I mean, a welded neck has a much different feel than one that's just been pressed and put in a machine and comes out and they mill it and then it's gone. It's just a different ball game, different animal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the gentleman asked me the other day. Why would I buy one of your? What's the difference between your putter and something on the floor? And it's just like, in short, it's like my putter has a soul. It's not just a cold piece of steel that popped out of a machine. It's something that every cut that's on that putter was done intentionally because it fit my eye. And when I was looking at it, my hands were turning the cranks or my hands were pushing the buttons or what have you. That was, it may have been cut at 6 o'clock in the morning. It may have been cut at 8:30 at night when I should have been home with my family. But it's just like every putter is an extension of the very best I can do.
Right.
And it's exciting. Who would have thought that 5 years after my first one, I'd still be excited to get up every day and make a putter.
Well, you've got a lot of other people excited, and hopefully we've helped you there a little bit. But
the golf director has been tremendous.
It's it's become your life. So hey, dude, sometimes you get what you ask for.
Yeah.
You know what?
Somebody said that. Be careful what you wish for.
Exactly. You and Hugh became friends, so that's where you're really in bad shape.
You're screwed now. So. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of talk here lately. We've talked about this on several shows previous to this too, Lamont, but kind of bring us up to speed here. Mallets are really kind of been popular for the last couple of years. Now back-weighted, longer clubs. People now that use the anchored putter style, they're having to look for a new type of stroke to go to. And, of course, they're going to need a new device to do that with.
Well, I've had someone actually, not to interrupt, George, but had someone call me and talk to me about being able to put a different neck on a putter to where it can anchor into your arm like Kuchar does, and you can create where it's got, 8-9 degrees of loft to where you can put it against your arm and forward press like that. And, that's just – and it's an idea, but it's almost like, it's a great idea to take an existing or an older putter and do something like that. But, I got to thinking, if you're going to do something like that, aren't you going to go with more of a newer, heavier type putter that you can do that and create those kind of scenarios? It brought a lot of questions into my mind as well.
Yeah. Well, I agree. I look at the Kuchar putter, and it works for Matt, but I think the challenge with that style putter is the only way you have of learning how to use it is to watch Matt on TV. And what works for Matt may or may not work for the next guy. And the whole, I guess, the whole new industry with the counterbalance and the Kuchar style, there's so many question marks and so many variables for every golfer that's in that you can't call up. You can't call Golf Galaxy and say, "Hey, I need a Kuchar putter that's dialed in for me. I'm 4'10".
Right.
I like a heavy putter, boom, and walk in and buy it. I think that's what keeps the boutique, smaller guys busy, is because a guy can come in and go through the whole process, and as the putter's created, it's fit to that guy's stroke. If he wants to anchor on his left arm, it's going to help. If it helps him out, then you have to build that putter. You know, is 8 degrees going to be right? Is 9 degrees going to be right? How heavy does the head need to be?
Right.
There's so many variables in that.
Well, you're
that
adding
technology.
shaft length, so you're putting weight at the butt end of it. The grip is going to be different. You're adding more grip, so you're adding more weight. And so now, is that going to be so much weight that it's going to overtake the head? Do you not feel the head anymore? So there are several variables that only like a Lamont man would be able to pay attention to.
Exactly.
Now, there are manufacturers out there right now, and Odyssey's actually one of them, that is making the arm lock style putter. It is an arm lock built putter. And it comes with a Super Stroke grip, which is extended. And they have gone to 7 degrees of face loft on this quote-unquote Fang 2-ball head. So that just kind of talks to the point of, you know, what am I going to go to if I've been anchoring for the last 10 years, you know, like a Carl Peterson. So what I find is once people get that idea, well, I can just go to anchored. A case in point, Lamont, we have a young gentleman here who's been here for about 4 months. He went back home, but he's from just outside of Moscow. And his plans are to continue playing in tournaments here in the U.S., and he's working with a local guy here in Myrtle Beach. But he then will be playing for the Russian team at the Olympics. And so, but we've become friends, and he is currently an anchored putter. And he plans on continuing that until, of course, next December 31st, when he can't do it anymore.
Wow.
And I looked at him the other day. I was at the shop, and I looked at him, and I said, why are you waiting? In broken English, he responded, well, I'm playing in tournaments, and I don't want to really screw with my putting stroke right now. And I said, so your game's not good enough that you couldn't work with something in other days that you're not, you know, of course, going out on that green and anchoring that long broomstick? And he goes, no, he goes, you're right. Maybe I should go ahead and start looking at this. And I said, because frankly, if you wait till next December 31st.
You've got no time.
And you're playing tournaments in January, what have you done for yourself? So it's amazing how people just kind of look at putters like, okay, if I can, you know, I can hit a 9-iron 160 yards, so I should be able to pick up any putter and putt with it. And that's my point. You just can't do that.
Nope, you can't.
Again, this is custom-fitted club, just like a driver, just like a fairway wood, just like an iron or a wedge. So I guess I almost went off. I'm stopping myself.
It's like guys will pay $400 for the newest, hottest driver.
Oh yeah,
and they a lot of the times they'll take a look at a putter that there's a lot more time spent between the maker and the customer, and it's tougher for them to wrap their head around that big ticket putter.
Yeah,
and it's you know it's I don't know if it's frustrating or it's kind of humorous from my end of it. It's like you use your driver at the most 14 times in a round, but man, that putter comes out every time you don't chip it in.
Yeah, well,
and
there ain't a lot of us chipping in, dude.
Yeah, you know, you just kind of take it in stride, and everybody has their rank of what's important in their game, and you know, it's cool to hit a ball a long ways, and a putter, you know, it's cool to have a cool putter, but you know, I really want to hit a long ways.
Well,
I had that mentality when I was a junior golfer.
Well, true.
I still do.
But the point is, too, is it's like a young man stated to me Saturday when we got through playing. He goes, I'm putting the head cover back on, and he goes, that's your money club, isn't it? And I'm just kind of walking over the bag. Go, yep.
That's it.
I say good night to Mr. Lamont every evening.
Yeah, well, mine is, you know, powder coated and whatnot, and it's silver on the bottom, so that's how much I use mine. So I mean, it's the best to me. It's the best that I've seen, and to see the young man, you know, that you made one for very similar to mine that went out and won To me, that just says a lot about, your ability to recreate and to produce something that is that good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Custom one of a kind. No doubt
Yeah,
about it.
that last one that I made that I put pictures up recently, I looked at that and it just, there's the one I made for Hugh where I kind of had a head start with the base head, and then the one that I made for the gentleman just recently. And actually, he's a mini tour player out of Central California, Northern California.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, those are two of the prettiest putters I've ever made. And it's not a earth-shattering design. It's something that's been around since, Arnie.
Well, it's the closest to my 8802 I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's just...
And I've got the original one that was, Crenshaw used. And, I mean, you put them down. And, I mean, other than it's just a little bit bigger for the weight purposes and whatnot, I mean, it's identical. And it's just, it's gorgeous. And, like I was teasing you about the Brahma, I look at that, and if that's not a bullseye, I'm a monkey's uncle. I mean, it's just it's gorgeous.
It's like, I don't want to be the guy that just does nothing but copy, because there's already one of those guys. But when a customer comes in and they know what they want, they know what they've played, and they know... To me, you have to look down and love what you're looking at.
Right.
Well, it's a good base, too. It's a good base to work off of. That's where I'm going with it.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that it's identical copy, but it is a base to work off of to create something that is genuine and unusual.
Well, it's like when I talked to Lamont about making mine, we kind of used the Ping Zing. You remember that, Lamont?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We kind of used the Ping Zing. That was
you
just
had
what I
seen the
looked,
other one that
I
I've
looked
got.
at. Yeah, I looked at. When I looked down, I kind of liked the look of that Zing. I could never find one I could putt with, but I just kind of liked the look of it with the heavy toe and a lot of weight down at the bottom end. And Lamont goes, "Oh, I got this, dude. I got this."
Yep.
And no shit, he hit it
Those
right on the.
are the fun ones.
Yeah, he goes.
When the idea when somebody comes at you with an idea, and you are as soon as the words come out of their mouth, that picture pops up in your head, and you know what? Okay, I got it.
You nailed it. Hey, put me down, Lamont, if you would, please, before we get off the air here. Put me down. I need a head cover, so put me down for one of those man-crafted crew putters. Covers.
Oh, you got it. Have you seen the new covers I'm putting out?
No, I haven't.
It's a company based out of Atlanta. Got my business, Ectron Products head covers, EP head covers is the name of. They I gave them a list of stuff that I like, with the hot rods and the speed shops and the vintage looking signs. And they took those ideas and sent me 4 head cover ideas. And I had to pick from the 4, and I'm looking at them going, they're all cooler than what I ever would have imagined. How do you pick one? And so I threw it at my daughter, and I threw it at my wife. I said, "What do you think?" And it's phenomenal. I mean, and it's a small company. 2 guys. It's. I'll send you pictures.
Okay, do that.
It should be here within the month, but I've got a couple crew covers that I can box up and ship your way.
And I tell you what, the T-shirt's pretty sweet too.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me what happened with the grip idea you were talking to me about.
Was that the cork?
Yeah.
The company is actually based out of Hong Kong. It's a gentleman from the UK and a gentleman from Portugal and a gentleman from Australia. And the Australian and the UK gentleman live in Hong Kong, and it's Chinese New Year.
Yeah.
So they've been basically frozen for about a week.
Okay, because I know you said Cuzzy was helping them with it.
One gentleman last night, and they're chomping at the bit. The grips are amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, the technology that they've come up with to apply to a grip is it's I don't know how to describe it. It's
well,
awesome.
If you want to check it out, you can go to Man Crafted Putters Facebook page, and you've got hundreds of pictures on there of the cork putter grips.
Yeah.
So then they're gorgeous.
Yeah, and
They're
I know Ernie.
gorgeous.
You said Ernie was helping with it too with them.
Ernie came. Ernie is working with them on a design that they really haven't made public yet. But I'll tell you, it's the classiest putter grip I've seen come down the line in 20 years. It's kind of a blend of 2 different technologies that, I told people at the Phoenix Open, I said, hey, you don't see them out on the putting green right now. I said, but, give it 12 months.
Oh, it'll be there.
You get Els involved. Ernie Els. People are gonna, they're gonna say, "Huh, okay." And
Yeah,
I apologize to folks. I know him as Cuzzy. That was his nickname, and that's what we do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that as well. But Lamont, we just wanted to call and touch base. It's been a while, and I know you and I get to talk some, but we wanted to get you on the radio show and see what's going on.
I appreciate it very much.
And I'll show George my custom garage crew head cover that I have, just to rub it in.
Oh, that's fine, dude. That's fine. The only reason I'm asking is I expect fully to buy mine is my both my plastic tabs have come out of my head cover, and it just slips off, and I'm scared to death I'm gonna lose it. So
in fact, I'll get one sent out today.
But
we don't want that putter going around without protection.
no, she needs a condom on. There's no doubt about it.
geez.
So,
Gotta keep,
Jeff,
it's
I didn't
all
do
about
it.
protection, right?
oh hell, shut up. Lamont, so good to catch up with you, dude. Thanks so much for your time, and give our best to everyone out there. And
we'll do it.
we look forward to having you back real soon. And if anything happens, dude, give us a call. Let's
Definitely.
do
I've
the
thought
big
about it
release
several
here.
times, and then I saw something shiny. Hey, did you see that squirrel?
Yeah.
That's all. Take.
Squirrel.
Hey,
be in
Sarge,
touch.
All right,
give
guys.
the wife and your daughter my best, please, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I'm working on it.
You do the same. We'll talk soon.
All right, pal.
All right, take care, buddy.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lamont Mann of mancraftedputters.com. No doubt about it, the best custom putters there is in the world.
Honestly, folks, he's the best in the business.
Yep. TGD Radio and TV are produced and broadcast by the Zeus Radio Network for thegolfdirector.com. When visiting the Golf Director site, be sure to check out our featured course pages where you'll find up-to-date information about course conditions, specials, and much, much more. Hey, if you need help with your next golf vacation, hashtag just call Dave. Give us a call at 844-GO-GOLF1. That's 844-464-6531. And just ask for Dave.
Just call Dave.
It's that easy. All of our TGD programming is archived for listening and viewing on demand. To catch up on any show you may have missed, click the TGD Radio or the TGD TV tabs in the menu screen at thegolfdirector.com. Hey, folks, we're now available on over 1 billion devices on iTunes, Audio Realm, TuneIn, YouTube, Ustream, Roku, Blueberry, and Myrtle Beach Golf app. For HR3, I'm George Honeycutt. We thank you so much for tuning in. There's more golf news and information coming up next.